Sup, it's your unfriendly red rat neighbor Kevin Carnage, and I'm back with a brand new video. I like saying that I'm black thing, huh? But anyway, before we get into this, I'd like to point your attention to that description button down below. What if creators such as Kid Zeus of Kid Zeus Studios, Six Master of the Master Clan, and Gratify, just to name a few, these are what if creators that I think are amazing, but that's just my opinion. Head on over to their page, check out their content, tell them the Carnage Man sent you. Don't forget to smash that bell notification to get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Honestly speaking, amazing brand new videos. Oh, narcissist much? Anyway, so where we at? This is the episode 3, the original episode 3. The last time I did something like this, I add teaser towards it. So this the teaser is part of the the main universe of what I'm doing, but it was just something to pass the time because I had a few issues with compiling information or such. Anyway, granted, this is what if Naruto was the reincarnation of Leonidas. Dun dun dun. So we're going to be bypassing a lot of what we did in the teaser. Granted, what happened in the teaser is in this main universe, or the universe that I'm creating at this moment in time. But we got to do a time skip of 3 years here. Naruto will be 9 years old, I'm thinking. I mean, 9? Would he be 9? He'll be 9 years old. But for the past 3 years, he's been training diligently. Granted, they're having a few issues locating Jiraiya in Boobylicious Tsunade. Why did I put that? But anyway, they're having a little issue locating the two of them, so they appointed a temporary Hokage at this moment. Y'all could just imagine who you want to be the temporary Hokage. I'm not putting my hands on that, or I'm not touching that with even a 1,700-foot pole, because I don't have an explanation. I just wasn't thinking about replacing the Hokage with anyone else besides either Jiraiya or Tsunade, basically. So but keep an eye on that temporary Hokage. I'll have a little surprise with that later on. So hit that. Let's go straight into the story as we start off with a 9-year-old Naruto. We don't start off. This is episode 3, original episode 3 to be exact. Stop, Maggie. I'm recording. That's weird. Go. Yeah, so this is episode 3, the original episode 3, and not a fucking teaser. So, let's get Naruto up to speed with his newfound powers. So, granted, like I said, they're having a little difficulty locating Jiraiya and Tsunade for some apparent reason. They keep on evading their searches, or whenever they get close to Tsunade, and Jiraiya senses them and get out of there real quickly. Granted, Jiraiya has a reason to avoid Konoha village. In fact, avoid being the Hokage in general, thanks to the last mission given to him by Hiruzen. That would be later on. Tsunade is still traumatized due to her little brother and her lover, and the fact that in this one we're going to be giving Tsunade a child. So successfully, Tsunade has a kid, and this is the reason why. Because we have to give her fucking more reason than afraid of blood in this one. Because she will be major important in the longer run, and you'll see what I'll be doing with that. Nice, right? So pushback. Naruto is training with Fugaku and Fugaku, and they're training their combat. Their taijutsu and overall speed with Fugaku stating, "Oh, Naruto, you have improved throughout the 3 years. Naruto was like, kind of, he still is happy-go-lucky stuff, but he is still kind of touched with grief thanks to his favorite person's death. Anyway, um, later on, they finish off their training. Naruto state that he was going to go take a bath with him. I mean, Fugaku saying that we should take a bath together, which kind of creeped Naruto out because again, Fugaku has been trying to reach out to Naruto as a father figure throughout this entire 3 years. But Naruto is doing fairly well thanks to another person who is constantly by his side, always looking out for his well being. And basically, this person has been training with him throughout the 3 years. Granted, Hiyashi? Yeah, granted, Hiyashi forcefully kicked her out of her house, but under the pretense that Hiyashi is in this universe a very good guy. Basically means that he had respect for the fourth Hokage, to the strength the fourth Hokage had, and now that he knows what Naruto is, he made sure this time around that he gets Naruto engaged to a Hyuga promptly. So Naruto is now engaged to his, number one person at this moment, because his other number one person is dead. That was bad. I shouldn't have said it like that. But yeah, so he arrives home. Hinata is already at home preparing a meal for her, for her prince. She usually calls him that, or Snooky. I'm just gonna steal some names from random places, if anything. So they're kind of lovey-dovey. Granted, they're only fucking 9 years old. I'm going to place Hinata about 2 years older than Naruto in this situation, just cause it seems better. I don't know what it is about a girl that's a little bit older than a guy. It's not my thing. I'm not into those type of thing. I'm lying. I'm totally lying. I like older girls, but I don't want to say that out loud because I don't want to get demonetized. But anyway, so Naruto heads home. Hinata asks him, "Do you want to take a bath?" Or no, she didn't ask him if he wants to take a bath. She told him that the bath is already drawn for him. So Naruto went into the bath and stuff. Um, Later on, a few moments later, they're at their dinner table having casually speaking with each other, explaining what the day was like and stuff. And Hinata asked Naruto if he's ever planning on attending the academy to become a certified ninja. Naruto since flashback since Naruto thinking has a flashback of the moment where Hiruzen was telling Naruto that he already enrolled him into the ninja academy, and beside Fugaku and Hiyashi training him, he would also be getting training from Iruka Sensei. Is it Iruka? Iruka and his bodyguards, which are constantly around him. This is like I said, Rin Hatake and Kakashi Hatake. In the teaser, you know what? If y'all didn't get the teaser, go back for it, because the teaser is a part of the original episode 3, which is what I'm doing now. So don't get all drifty with it. You just gotta understand the plot point. Mama? The teaser was just there to fill in because I had a problem coming up with stories. But it happened already, so consider the teaser a part of the main universe, or whatever we want to call this type of stuff I'm doing at this moment. So boom. The flashback ended with Naruto still seeing himself holding a dead Hiruzen. He quickly snapped out of it, and he just said that he's not really interested in becoming a ninja at this point. Hinata is quite confused, because then if you're not interested in becoming a hero, why are you training? So in this basic timeline, Naruto would have a slight Sasuke. That's what we're gonna call revenge obsessed. A slight Sasuke. He has a slight Sasuke. He's not a big asshole like Sasuke. Cause come on, Danzo punched right through Hiruzen's stomach, right in front of Naruto. I'm in this one, Hiruzen was treating Naruto very well. He loved that little nigga. And you punched a hole through that little nigga. Of course Naruto wants revenge. And he's going to get it. Um Now we're going to time skip about a few days after Naruto, Fugaku, and Hiyashi completed their training. It's strange. Naruto was heading home. Kind of tired. He was planning on stopping by Uchiraku Ramen and getting a few bowls of ramen for him and Hinata to enjoy. And granted, they're still living together. Yes, it's 3 years later, and he actually ain't saying shit about it. He actually is trying to enforce Hinata to get pregnant at this moment, but we're gonna leave that for another story. You know, mom. Anyway, so a strange person, approached Naruto and he's like, not approached, but was following Naruto. Naruto kind of picked up on it and tried to swerve to the left a bunch of time. He swerved to the left. No copyright, no copyright. That shit. Well, so Naruto decided to go left multiple times to see if this person was actually following him. To his surprise, yes, he was. So Naruto decided to duck into an alley. A person then followed Naruto. He, as it turned the corner, he see that Naruto has disappeared. He ventured into the alley a little bit more, just to be ambushed by a bunch of Naruto's shadow clone, pinning the hooded figure to the ground, causing his hood to fly off. And we're going to say this is a monk from some place, but he is another reincarnation of Leonidas's man. The guy that Leonidas sent back with the eyeballs that went missing. I forgot his name. Temperes, but him. Um, in the movie there was this one guy that got sent back with Leonidas's trinket to his wife. That guy. I forgot what his name is, but that guy is now reincarnated as a monk in this major universe. He's not going to be a very big relevant story, but he is going to assist Naruto in accessing all his abilities. At this moment, Naruto has barely even touched the surface of his Spartan heritage. I mean, is it Spartan heritage? I'm not sure. But anyway, so at this moment in time, Naruto doesn't know none of that shit. I don't know why I explained that before I actually explained what was going to be happening to this monk in a few. Granted, Naruto kind of jumped the gun, because then we time skip. Not time skip, but throughout this entire 3 years, there have been major events happening to Naruto where he is or was almost kidnapped by other nations due to his spectacular abilities and overwhelming power. So that failed thanks to Ren and Kakashi Hatake and stuff. So yeah, so Naruto is aware that his life is worth more to other nation, and life is worth less to some. Let's take it back. Naruto knows that people want to kill him thanks to his father's decision, and thanks to the fact that Naruto is going to be a overwhelming threat to the ninja nations. So they're trying to get rid of him before then, or they're going to use him to help them. One out of the two, whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. So after the monk got a few punches to the eye. He finally explained himself, which I already did in the beginning. Naruto kind of was, not really so sure about it, but he kind of, was thinking about it. But then this monk kind of did something to Naruto's, took his finger and poked Naruto in the forehead, with Naruto getting another vision. You know what I mean? This time it's a vision of him being sent into a snowy land, mountain, whatever stuff you want to call that. And this was his rite of passage. And this is going to make a whole difference in how Naruto is going to use his ability, because this is the vision that would unlock all his abilities, the vision that he wanted to obtain, and it's the first kill he's ever gotten. So he's on the mountain. At this point, he is in his original form, his Leonidas form, and he is trapped on the mountain. It's snowing. He hasn't eaten for days, and his purpose is unknown to him. He's walking, and now he end up. Uh, I forgot if it was a bear or a werewolf, but to make it more dramatic and more less realistic than the original canon or stuff, we're going to be changing it into a ice lion or a snow lion. Yeah, a snow lion that could shoot out icy blizzardy stuff out of its mouth. So Leonidas, Narutonitis, or whatever we want to call him, is facing off against this huge lion made of snow and glaciers or whatever, and he's doing fairly well, dodging and weaving in parrying attacks from this lion. Granted, at this moment he's starving, and the lion looks real tasty. Just remember not to eat the liver. Why did I put that jab in there? Anyway, so same as in the movie, uh Leonidas backed up into a cliff, where it gradually gets narrower and narrower as the lion pounced, and Leonidas leaped backwards a bit, causing the lion to get lodged in between two stones. Seeing that the lion was trapped in stuff, Leonidas thrust his spear through the mouth of the lion, entering the brains, peering through the skull. The nigga's dead. Fuck. Not Leonidas, but the tiger, the lion. The lion's dead. Later on, Leonidas arrived back at his village or his town or his country, sporting a new white fur-like stuff, and looking very healthy as he ate the fucking lion. Probably he didn't eat the lion's liver, because I heard that's bad. But anyway, yeah. So we end up back in present time, where Naruto is on the floor puking because he kind of got an overload of information. With that village vision, he also received all his muscle memory ability, the training of the past, the abilities he has in the past, and stuff like this. So the monk then proceeds to assist Naruto in the next 4 months. So 4 months have passed, and Naruto, the monk, Hiyashi, and Fugaku, because Naruto explained to them who the monk was and stuff. So they were kind of skeptical at the beginning, but seeing Naruto performed his old technique, they kind of pushed that suspicion a tad back. They still suspicious of the monk, but they pushed it back a little bit. So Naruto is happy that he has completed all his, major accomplishments, and his goal now is to get ready for the upcoming battle with his, rivals. But he was then summoned by the now acting Hokage. See that guy with the loud mouth with the red nose in the anime? I forgot what his name, but he argued with Hiruzen once, and Hiruzen looked at him and he shut the fuck up. But I think it's episodes like 140 something. I'm not sure, but he's a red nosed guy. So we're gonna let him be Hokage right now. So he's acting Hokage. I think he's like the village council or something. I'm not so sure. He was then called in to the Hokage's acting Hokage's office. Naruto was like, really not in the mood to even go back to that office. Um, but then he was then convinced by Konohamaru, and granted, next thing about Naruto, kind of took beating from Konohamaru, stating that Konohamaru thought that Naruto was the reason why his grandfather died, and beside that, they're inseparable at this moment in time. So all that Takano Jutsu and stuff happened to Konohamaru. So if I didn't mention that in the beginning, Konohamaru, Hinata, and Naruto are all living together thanks to Konohamaru's father agreeing to that, stating that Naruto was much closer to his father than he would ever have been, and blah blah blah. So yeah, so Konohamaru then convinced them to go. They went. Naruto met up with this big red nosed stupid ass looking at acting ass Hokage, and boom, Naruto was then forcefully placed on a team, thanks to him. So this acting Hokage still doesn't like Naruto for some apparent reason, and stuff. So Naruto was then forcefully placed on Team 7. And again, everyone is slightly older than Naruto in this one, with them being probably 2 to 3 years older than him. So we're going to be introducing Team 7, same as canon, with it not being very awkward in the least. Granted, Fugaku trained Naruto with Sasuke, this one team member. So at meeting Naruto, he gave Naruto a little in high five type thing, but they're friends. And then I remember it's Sakura Haruno. Sakura is kind of different as well, with her being still love struck for Sasuke, but in this one, Sasuke is a little bit kinder, a little bit more respectable, and a little bit more down to earth, with him actually being attracted to Sakura. We're just gonna give her a bone. Come on, I've read many comments. I've seen many stories. Come on, let's just give the girl a little hope in this one. We're gonna make her noise in this one. I don't know where I picked that shit up, but I can't stop doing it now. So boom. But granted, he's not telling her that because he's a little bit nervous, but she always, he keeps that cool look, like for some apparent reason and stuff. So boom, he's forcefully put in a team, blah 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 happens, and now they were giving, so this is not the bridge builder episode. This is going to be a fucking trap. So I'm gonna say it now so y'all could know it's going to be a fucking trap, because it's going to be a very boring fight. So we flash back to a moment where this big red nose looking ass boy was meeting up with a shadow figure. He stated that you should force the Nine Tails into a team and ensure that the mission given to them would be the Land of Fire's mission. I don't know if there's a Land of Fire, but they're going to the Land of Fire. And at this point, this is the domain of Orochimaru, experimenting on a bunch of rare scene monsters and stuff like this trying to do some stuff. So blah, that happens. That's going to be happening. So we're gonna get back to that. We're in the Hokage's office. They're introducing everyone with Naruto stating that he already know these guys and they're hella strong. And rightfully so, because Hiruzen, I mean Fugaku trained um Naruto and Sasuke simultaneously with what's his name? His brother. Tetsuya? Wait, where did Tetsuya come from? But yeah, with Naruto training with all the Uchihas, and stuff. So blasted with that situation, we get on to the mission. So their mission was to take a message to the leader of the land of fire, say like a treaty or something probably, but they didn't know it was a trap. Only the acting Hokage, because the acting Hokage is one of the Orochimaru's lackeys or something, and stuff. So boom, they're setting on to the mission, and whatever happened to the monk, you asking? He went back to his mountain. He just came because of he sensed Naruto's energy once, and it really reminded him of his king many years ago. Blah. So yeah. Um. Uh. Yeah, so they're walking. Oh, and their teacher is still the same, so it's Kakashi Hatake at the same way. So they're walking down this alley, heading to the Fire Nation and stuff. And boom, they get attacked by some bandits. Not, sent by anyone. They're just bandits in it of itself. That's their occupation. They love robbing and pillaging and raping and doing other stuff they shouldn't fucking be doing. Um, they all gather around each other while they were getting surrounded because they were hell of a lot of bandits. Um, why? Famine or something happened and people started doing what they need to do in order to survive, but they picked the wrong group to do what they need to do to survive, because these groups are not going to have them survive. In fact, it's better taking them out of their miseries than having them suffer regardless. But anyway, so the team didn't really know they were, suffering at this moment, but they all going to die regardless. So they're dead. The fight took a little while to end, but it's over. With Naruto noticing that the people or the bandits didn't have much skills to start with. They were pretty easily to dispatch. And so we're gonna take back that their dead part. I don't want to be killing anyone at this moment in time, so they're not really dead. Actually, they're passed out. And fuck, ninjas that would go all out and civilians or people who claims to be bandits are scums. So we're not going to be doing that. Moments later, they woke up and they were all tied up. They explained their situation, and yay, the Land of Fire has asked everyone to take their supplies and stuff over. Blah blah blah. Seeing that Land of Fire is more powerful than the nearby or smaller villages, they complied, leaving themselves barely anything to eat, which caused them to commit atrocities such as cannibalism, robbery, and stuff. So yeah, Naruto is kind of upset, and he proceeded to inform everyone that in the morning someone would come for them. Blah blah blah. They send Kakashi sent a fucking shadow summoning beast over to inform whoever needs to be informed about the stuff that is happening and stuff. So boom, the next morning arrived, in one of the prisoners state that to stop the madness that is happening in the Fire Nation, and Naruto promised her that he would. Um, Sakura, looking at Naruto, stating that, oh, you're already engaged and you shouldn't be lusting or after other women's like this, especially if she told Hinata, with Naruto kind of getting real. He got a look of fright on his face when Sakura mentioned that she would tell Hinata, and rightfully so, because one spell Naruto kind of bumped and fell on top of a girl, kind of burying his face in her tatas. Hinata, seeing this, grabbed Naruto by the collar of his shirt and threw him into a fucking mountain, into the side of the Hokage mountain. They were quite far from that, for starters with. So Naruto knows not to mess with a very jealous Hyuga. Naruto tried to explain that, oh, he's not flirting. He was just ensuring that he will take care of the problem and stuff. So later on, we can see Naruto's team arriving at the gate of the Fire Village or Fire Nation, only to be ambushed by what seems to be Orochimaru's abomination. They fought valiantly as Naruto is walking firmly, just casually punching and kicking and walking on the road. The team, seeing this, noticed that Naruto's chakra is changing. It's not basically even chakra. It's what is that, they're asking. Suddenly, a female figure appeared from within Naruto as Naruto placed a hand sign for a shadow clone, but it's different. What's happening here? Naruto is going to do a technique he learned. Well, he didn't learn it by because he stole the technique from the scroll of secrets. So there's a scroll of sealing and there's a scroll of secret, a scroll that not even majority of the ninjas knew existed except for all the Hokage of Konoha village. So Naruto then bit his finger, placed his finger again in the shadow clone style position, but switched it over to a circular motion and said, blood summoning jutsu. A white version of Naruto, it's like pale white, appeared. No color, nothing at all appeared in front of Naruto, with the female figure that that came out of Naruto entered the blood clone. Then it transformed into her female form. As Naruto says, Kurama, it's time for you to have some fun. I'll go take care of Orochimaru. Then everyone was surprised. Orochimaru? But how could this be? Orochimaru has been missing for the last 4 years. Oh, haha, Naruto explained. I've learned Sage Mode so I could sense him. He's here. As he turned around, an orange lining under his eyes revealed Naruto is in Sage Mode. And not any Sage Mode. Spartan Sage Mode. This is the reason why Naruto's chakra was changing while he was walking. Naruto was activating his his reincarnation abilities, which forced him to compensate his abilities and locked off all his chakra points, basically using brute strength, similar to what Rock Lee and Mike Guy does. So it's cutting off his chakra supply and using his 8 inner gates this moment. So Naruto turned and, tell Kurama to have some fun, with Kurama doing some hand signs stating that it's been a long time since I was free. Come at me! As she blitzed monsters from left to right. Naruto then, disappeared right in front of the Team 7's eyes, with Kakashi not, not even Kakashi was able to keep up with Naruto's movements. Later on, Naruto is on top of a building as he is now faced with the masked man that Obito Orichu, the guy, man, what's his name again? But the guy that tricked them into in the tuning exam or something. Him, face to face with him. Naruto was, dodging and weaving his scalpel attack or whatever you call that shit. Naruto then grabbed his hand as he raised Kabuto, yes, Kabuto up over his head, swinging him around as he threw Kabuto down to the ground next to um uh what's his name again? Sasuke. Sasuke couldn't understand what was happening as Kabuto landed a few feet from him. Unconscious Manu me, but it kind of startled him a bit, causing one of the monster to land a not a critical but a blow on Sasuke, cutting Sasuke's face. And now we're gonna have a little comedic effect with Sakura seeing that Sasuke's pretty face got cut, ran into a immediate rage with Sakura's eyes turning blood red, her hands glowing in a dark aura like situation, and her immediate chakra burst through her body, with them not with Kakashi being quite surprised but quite amused at the same time. uh and Sakura start collecting bodies. She been laying these monsters left and right. One, two, one, two, one, two. They're all just falling at next to her feet, with her making her way to Sasuke. Sasuke was still trying to defend himself from this one particular fucking monster and stuff. So, hey, Maggie, take that out of your mouth. Give me. Oh, my bad. My dog ate my a box of match. I'm sorry. That and stuff. So Sakura finally made it to where Sasuke was, but before the monster could have been defeated, his head stretched, and we're going to have that the Sasuke gets this curse mark here, not by Orochimaru, but by a monster of Orochimaru. So it's going to be similar in it of itself, but not as potent as Orochimaru's um curse mark. You know what I mean? It's basically just something that comes with all the monster that Orochimaru had created, and this was meant for them to multiply themselves, but it works more on humans that doesn't have chakra. You know what I mean? So putting in this curse mark on someone with chakra is not going to do as much, but it's still going to affect in some way or in other. So, boom, we head off to where Naruto is now, with Naruto facing Orochimaru, Danzo, and a now healed that guy. What is his name again? But yeah, so the guy that Naruto chopped in half in episode 2, he's alive still. So he's more grotesque looking, and now Danzo's back in his original form. But later on, we're going to reveal that gross form that he has with like 1,000 eyeballs. And like I said in the first one, it's fucking gross. No, it was gross, bro. So Orochimaru started his dialect saying some bullshit, actually taunting Naruto, with Naruto being very quiet as they could sense Naruto's chakra, and there was like, "What happened? You're weaker now. It's been 4 years, and this is what you amount to. Nothing. You're nothing. You're just a monster." And a body came flying out from the sky, with Kurama arriving next to Naruto. They were quite confused, not knowing who the fuck this sexy being is, as she then states, "How dare you talk to my boy like that?" As she flew into Danzo, grabbing Danzo by the face, and Naruto states, "My mom's dead, Kurama." Jiraiya looked, not Jiraiya, Orochimaru looked at Naruto with a surprised gaze, stating that, "Kurama?" "Yes, she's the nine-tailed fox," explained Naruto with a smile on his face, as he then walked up to Orochimaru face to face. Granted, Naruto is still short at this moment because he's only fucking 10 years old. Yeah, and he looks up Orochimaru in the face, with Orochimaru smirking, stating, "What are you going to do, little brat?" As Orochimaru finished his sentence, he is facing the moon. He's like he's literally looking at the moon. Like, oh, so Naruto punched him in his face really, really hard, sending him up in the air, causing Orochimaru to be stunned a bit. Anyway, this is where we're going to be leaving this off. Hopefully y'all like this one, as I enjoyed making them. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description. What if creators such as Six Meister of the Meisterclass, Kidzeus of Kidzeus Studios, and YK, just to name a few. These are what if creators that I think are amazing, but that's just my opinion. Head on over to their page, check out their content, and tell them the Carnage Man sent you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tickle that bell notification to get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. I keep forgetting that my link to my TikTok and Discord is also in the description. If you just want to holler at a nigga, tell a nigga some shit, or help a nigga out with a brand new what ifs, head on over to my Discord. We don't bite if you don't want us to. If you just want to see me having fun with a cat, a dog, I probably got it. And I got a new cat that was forcefully thrust upon me. Someone came to my house and threw it in here, and I didn't get to see the person, but whoever he or she was, thank you very much. If you ever ask her this cat again, you ain't getting it back. But anyway, yeah, so check out my TikTok. I forgot to mention that. That's, you know what I mean. Anyway, this is your unfriendly raid rat neighbor, Kevin Cornage, and I'll see you in the next one. Holla at a nigga, say whoop, no banana, Otsun, come here. Come here. Say something. Come here. Say something. Boogie, boogie, woogie. You don't know say shit? No? Well, fuck you too. See ya in another one. Enjoy. Oh, anyway, next episode, Shaman.